B-O-A-O, home varay. B-O-A-ra, Jaroon, Brun, G.
So we watched more Lexx Appeal. I'm not going to hold up the DVD cover because it's in the other room, obviously. Just imagining.
We didn't watch more Lexx Appeal. We watched more Lexx.
Yes, we did.
This is Lexx Appeal. We're not watching this.
Yeah, so I watched it before I left, so there you go.
Okay, so you watched the last episode we did.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, us.
It's like, white trash, yeah.
I'm going to talk about it. So, trigger warning.
Again.
This is another episode where just everybody go and get raped. This is everybody.
Well, I have to say, this is probably got the funniest extended attempted rape I've ever seen in any media.
There was a soundtrack. Let's just put it with that. So, basically...
I'm gonna get rid of the sizzle in my pizzle.
And that was like back in the day before Snoop Dogg talked like that. But yeah, so on the Lexx, everyone's chilling out, and Leica's like, I'm hungry, and I don't want to have to eat you.
Hello, Stanley. I like you, but I want to eat.
But I don't want to eat you. So, they find a planet that had been giving out a distress signal. And she's like, let us go there, and I will eat things there. And they're like, alright.
Humans, unless they have animals.
So, Stanley's like, I'm not going to go down, because every time we all go down, something bad happens.
Random idea. Leica has to eat flesh. The Lexx is made of flesh. Surely she could cut a part of the Lexx off and eat that.
The Lexx wouldn't like that.
Yeah, but a tiny part.
Well, she needs, like, several organisms to subside. She does.
Yeah, but the Lexx is really big.
But you can't eat the Lexx. That's not what we're doing
Bits
here.
of it. It's
no. It's not how we're running this operation.
Okay.
But yeah, so they go... So it's like, you know what? Bad things tend to happen when we leave the ship, so I'm gonna stay up here. And they're like, chicken. He's like, well, whatever. So they go down, and they find a crashed ship in 2 parts. And the cyborg pilot that has been beheaded. And 790 works out that, oh wait, he's got a dick. I see possibilities here. So he's like, you guys go examine things and stuff. I'm gonna...
with the ominous looking alien eggs in the ship.
I'm gonna not obviously try to put myself on this body. So that's what's happening with him. And so Kai and Zev are... It was like it disappears immediately. Kai and Zev are like looking around, and they find these alien eggs. And of course Kai pulls one open because that's a good idea. But surprise, they contain humans.
Yep.
They contain humans who have been kidnapped and taken prisoners.
Or crazy people.
And their hearts have been removed. So they're kind of like plugged into these like bio cell kind of things.
Because it's Lexx, this sort of stuff happens.
And the human hearts were on the bridge, like being preserved and still beating in these things. And so this one goes like, oh my gosh, I'm like so...
But she was terribly dumb, she was a German, so I got an idea. I will pretend to be her and you have to dub me.
So one thing I wanted to tell you is, so here's a secret about that one time that me and Lewis and...
Yeah,
you gave me too much power.
She was this German actor, and this once they decided to redub her in English.
Yeah. But anyway, so she's like, oh no, save me, and I'm innocent and shit. And they're like, alright. And there's the other guys like, oh, I'm an asshole, and I hate you, and I'm gonna kill you. And this one guy's like, oh my god, I'm a smuggler, and Jesus fuck.
And this other guy's just like, I'm a businessman, small businessman, and I got arrested, I got grabbed when my ship was boarded. Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah.
I probably vote Republican, but I'm actually quite nice on social issues.
Guy's like, well. So while this is happening, 790 is attaching himself to the cyborg body. And so Zev tells Stanley back on the ship, oh, well, there's this woman here, and he's like, a woman? Is she hot? I'm interested. And she's like, whatever, I have to go. Okay, bye. So, what? You're making that face again like you were about to say something.
Nope.
So, 790 puts the head on, or he puts himself on the body, and he takes over. And at that point, Zev comes back to the bridge to get the girl's heart so they can free her. And he's like, hey, baby, how you doing? And she's like, oh!
I'm suddenly played by a 6'6" black guy who's wearing a really, really, really revealing costume that must be really uncomfortable because it's like crazy plastic lycra stuff. And the head of 790 is... Okay, usually it's like a television with a robot plastic head put in front of it, and it's remote controlled, the visuals. Like
yeah, look this up on YouTube. Screens. It's like, they it's really cool.
But in this one, they had to put this whole thing around this poor actor's head.
That must not have been comfortable.
Yeah, it's like the equivalent of a 1990s television that's working on your head and you can't fucking see. It's like, poor actor. And he's wearing platforms, too, for some reason. The guy was big enough, they didn't need that.
Hazard pay. So 790 is fighting for control. Oh, by the way, the title of the episode is 791. Get it?
I'm 791 because
the one is his penis.
Because I'm the one.
I don't know why I think a penis goes like this. It's not like prehensile.
It could be.
Probably in the movies you watch.
In several of them, yes.
So he's
putting
like
several down there where my review list is right there.
But stop that. But anyway, so he's like, "Hey, babe, what's up?" And she's like, we kind of have a mission, so let's get back to that." And he glitches out, and she's like, "Well, we'll fix you later." But actually, the cyborg took control. Oh no, 790. So he uses Zev's voice.
The body. I don't know why the body would take control. Logically, I don't see how this works, because the guy's biological brain is gone.
Yeah, but remember he said that part of the processor had a body control unit?
Yeah, but why is the personality of the cyborg?
I have no idea.
The original cyborg was this multiple rapist, and their punishment for that was to be forcibly turned into a cyborg and have their mind wiped and stuff made into a servitor.
Yeah, but remember they reprogrammed him.
Yeah, and it made him go back to the way he was personality wise. But how can his old personality still exist if his brain is gone? It's like, Lex, just this once, you're not making much sense.
Just tell yourself it's just a show. I really should relax. You sang the rest. Come on, you all sang the rest of that.
It's just a show. You need to relax.
No,
okay,
stop it.
I'll do it.
It's from. You guys all sang the rest of that part. So, but yeah. So then the rapist takes over and he calls Stanley on the Lexx using Zev's voice, and he's like, "Oh, this hot babes, total girl on girl action. They need your staff, Lexx of love. So get the fuck down here." And he's like, "Sure, this sounds like a great plan.
This is never gonna go wrong."
Yeah. So he goes down there, and in the meantime, Leica has eaten all the other prisoners except for the girl, which is fine because now she's well fed at least. And so they put the heart in the girl, and they're like, "It's gonna be fine." And while this is happening, Stanley gets back down to the ship, and he's like, "Hey, everybody, hey, where are you?" And he gets yoinked up by 791, the rapist. And he has like these pointy teeth and lipstick, and it's weird.
Yeah, and black lipstick, and it's really problematic that this gay rapist cyborg is codedly femme. It's just
but
really.
Lots of men wear lipstick.
I know,
like
but it's
Marilyn Manson and David Bowie and.
It's problematic because
Lewis when he does his like ghost character.
The idea of gay men wanting to rape straight men is a very, very, very unfortunate trope and a complete myth. But it's.
Honey, it's Lexx. Everybody rapes everybody else.
Oh, I know. And
you can quote me.
I'm just saying, their rape would be so much more wholesome if they didn't have so many homophobic tropes in it.
The rape would be
this gay male rape would be more wholesome without the homophobia.
Oh, tell it to Tumblr. But anyway, so then we get one of the best scenes ever where Stan is forced to like disco dance to some really bad 90s like club music, and he's like, "Yeah, shake your booty thing," says the rapist. So,
shake your lily white ass, buckaroo.
Yeah.
More hips.
So he gets away because 790 like interjects for a second and lets him break away.
Every single line that the evil cyborg has is gold, and a lot of them have turned up in my reviews. Okay, I edited the evil cyborg into Necromaniac. I edited the evil cyborg.
Why are you giving the? Oh, it's not your finger.
I edited the evil cyborg into Bitch Slap. And I edited the evil cyborg. I sort of quoted the evil cyborg whenever I was Hagan Robot in Schizophreniac 3, The Cuckoo Clocks of Hell.
Why do you start one when you're like your ring finger? Why don't you start with your index finger?
Well, originally I was going to go like that, but then I sort of put the wrong finger up.
You did? Did you really do that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just thought you had a problem counting. But yeah, so they get the girl out and they put her heart in, and she's like, "Actually, thanks, I'm this really horrible assassin, and now I just triggered the security system, so I'm gonna escape and you're all gonna die." That's how that's working. They're like, "Well, fuck.
Typical.
I know, right? Basically, that was Kai's face.
Shit happens.
So...
But the dead do not poo. That's actually a line.
Probably.
In a later episode.
So she, of course, is going to escape on one of the little Lexx
How
shuttle
does she know how to
pods.
fly it?
I get the feeling they can do it themselves, those bugs.
Yeah, but she'd be like, Moth, take me to the Lexx.
Moth's like, "Ruin." So, yeah, she's escaping on one of them, but Leica shows up, and kind of, like, now she has this ability where she can, like, turn into water and go places.
They saw the abyss and they were like, hey, we can do that on a television budget.
Yeah. So, and then she's like, who the hell are you? She's like, don't worry, this will be very pleasurable, and this, like, little thing...
While there's a penis-shaped bit of water going towards the woman's mouth and she's screaming, so it's like, inferred vegetable/water woman, psychotic woman rape gonna happen off screen, but it's actually gonna be cannibalism and murder.
Vegetable assassin rape.
Just like, oh, I love
The
you,
slash
Lexx.
fic you always wanted to see.
I love you, Lexx.
But so while that's happening, Stanley's getting chased down by the cyborg, and he...
It's a parody of Alien.
Yeah.
The end of Alien.
So he tries to get him to pull the thing, but that doesn't happen, and then he's like, oh, we have to get out of here, the thing's gonna self-destruct. And 791's like, just enough time for a quickie, and is totally about to rape him when Eagle Claw to the head.
About 790 comes back and he's like, Stanley Tweedle, I can say without fear of hyperbole or an iota of being being like argued with that this in the entirety of two universes is the very definition of misery. And then earlier on, 790 was like, Stanley, stop this, I don't want to go through with this. And he's like, what do you expect me to do? I don't know, kill yourself. And he thinks, I don't have to go through with this. It's just...
As if the cyborg wouldn't have raped a body.
Yeah, but I think it's hilarious.
Or
That
defiled a corpse.
790's biggest... 790, it's... he is as horrified by this. It's like they're both being raped
Good,
by the
because he's a little
cyborg.
dick and I hate him. It's his own fault, too, because it's all happened because of him.
And
so, Kai Eagle Claw screed to the head, and then they push the cyborg rapist out the airlock, and everyone is happy in the end.
And Kai's like, I see you two have much to discuss.
But that is for another time.
It's just this... the last, like, quarter of the episode is this massive TV-headed guy hunting down while just all these amazingly terrible lines hunting this middle-aged Canadian actor down.
You middle-aged Canadian.
It's so fucking surreal, it's brilliant.
But yeah, this episode is actually pretty good, because things turned out poorly for 790, whom I hate. Very much so. There was no sex in it, but that's probably for the best. The only sex would have been rape anyway. What are you...
No, 791 is one of the episodes that I like to show people if they're new to Lexx. To gauge how they'd react to the series. I think it's got a lot of... It's a good summation of the tone of Lexx. Especially Season 2.
Oh yeah, and at the end, they're like, oh no, the self-destruct on this little shuttlecraft is going to go off. And as they're flying away, the entire planet combusts at the same time.
It's not like this explosion starts in
like
the ship and it goes round.
It's
Just everything on the planet explodes
and it was
at
a
the same
huge
time.
planet. It was a huge planet. But the Mantron arms didn't come at the end, so just another group of people
I'm guessing the
rocks.
special effect for the exploding planet was cheaper.
The Mantron arms?
Probably.
There you go. So that's been us for episode 7.
Or it was like, the ship exploded and then the planet went along with
Wasn't it?
It was easily swayed with the crowd.
Wasn't 731 that somebody Google this if you know right the show. Wasn't 731 or was it 721 that was that really infamous Japanese medical prison camp? They did like horrific medical
Unit
experiments.
731.
731 is. For some reason I thought of that. 791, 731.
Led by Toro Ishii, I believe.
I knew that you would not. I knew that she would know this. Oh,
I have several exploitation films based on it. It's the best way to learn history.
See you guys next time.
We didn't explain why I'm in makeup.
We don't have to. You're you. They'll just figure something out.
I just filmed a cameo.
She did. Guess who it's for? You'll never guess. You'll find out soon enough.